very good evening and welcome to a new episode of The Week in 30 Minutes. The English News Department has prepared a variety of reports this evening that highlight the main events that have recently taken place throughout Kuwait.
Our committed team of correspondents have been busy on the streets of Kuwait covering campaigns, conferences, and meetings to ensure our audience remains updated with the events that are happening around the country.
Today's program encompasses a variety of reports, including a blood campaign and a cybersecurity conference. However, it is music that will be at the forefront of today's program. Fête de la Musique, or World Music Day, is an annual music festival that takes place annually on June 21st, celebrated around the world through musical concerts and performances by amateurs and professionals alike, all free of charge to the public.
Today, we'll see the National Council for Culture, Arts and Letters observe World Music Day with a concert with the objective of encouraging and promoting Kuwait's musical heritage. The French Institute also celebrated World Music Day, commonly known as Fête de la Musique, as Paris was the first city to embrace the concept. To delight the avid music lovers, the French Institute invited a French band, Epsilon, to play at Beit Lothan.
From the Sahara Golf Club, this is Sarah Glubb.
From the Radisson Blue, I'm Gilma Jabouri.
From Al-Sahel Club, this is Salim Kandiri.
From the Scientific Center, this is Hiba Abdurrahman.
I'm Badriya Saleh, reporting for The Week in 30 Minutes.
As we mentioned earlier, music will be at the forefront of today's program. So we will begin with a report prepared by correspondent Sarah Glubb about the International Music Festival. Under the patronage of the Minister of Information and Minister of State for Youth Affairs, Sheikh Salman Sabah Al-Salim Al-Hamoud Al-Sabah, the 17th Annual International Music Festival kicked off in Kuwait. The National Council for Culture, Arts and Letters organizes the annual event. Every year, an esteemed and renowned Kuwaiti musician is selected by the council to be honored.
Since 1998, the festival has been held in June to coincide with the global celebration of International Music Day, and it aims to highlight Kuwait's musical heritage and instill in it the memory for the new generation, as well as present other Arab and foreign musical creations and prodigies.
The National Council for Culture, Arts and Letters, the NCCAL, inaugurated the 17th Annual International Music Festival with an elegant opening ceremony that was dedicated to the harmonious masterpieces of renowned Kuwaiti artist and composer, the late Abdurrahman Al-Bayjan. Led by Maestro Dr. Ahmed Hamdan, a number of distinguished artists were invited to revive the great musical compositions of Al-Bayjan that elevated the fame and popularity of Kuwaiti songs in the Arab world.
This evening I will conduct the National Orchestra of Kuwait. We will present some music of the composer Kuwaiti Abdurrahman Al-Bayjan. He made many music and many songs in the Arabic and otherwise in the Arabic world. Then we will present also film for him, what he's doing in his life.
Abdurrahman Al-Bayjan embarked on his musical and lyrical career in 1960, and after gaining recognition in the local musical scene, prominent stars from all over the Arab world began performing his songs. Al-Bayjan passed away in 2000 at the age of 60 after struggling with an illness, nonetheless leaving a strong foothold in the local musical scene.
This evening we will present 10 songs and one music. I composed one music for the overture, and 10 songs. We have 4 singers, one from Egypt and one from Tunis and 2 from Kuwait. And in the final we will present a national song from Abdurrahman Al-Bayjan.
festival, which spans over 4 days, includes musical evenings by Arab, local and international performers, emphasizing the importance of cultural exchanges in bringing people closer to each other. The schedule includes a performance by the Tajik National Troupe for Folklore Dance, which also features a Tajik traditional products and photographs exhibition on the sidelines. Other performers include artist Ney Barghouti from Palestine, the Tuyur Dijla Ensemble from Iraq led by Maestro Ala Najid, and will conclude with a concert performed by Kuwait's High Institute for Musical Arts. The concept of International Music Day was created by American musician Joel Cohen in 1976 while working in French national radio. The occasion was later marked with the blessing of French Minister of Culture Jacques Lang after the presidential elections in 1981. The idea spread to Europe in 1982 and later went international in 1985, and now more than 100 countries mark the day in celebration of music. The National Council for Culture, Arts and Letters has just launched its annual and prestigious International Music Festival, and now in its 17th edition, the Council has chosen to honor the late Kuwaiti composer Abdurrahman al-Bayijan and will also feature performances from Tajikistan, Palestine, Iraq and other countries. From the Kuwait National Museum, this is Sarah Glubb reporting for the Week in 30 Minutes.
In our next report, under the patronage of the Minister of Information and Minister of State for Youth Affairs, Sheikh Salman Sabah al-Salam Mahmoud al-Sabah, the Central Blood Bank and Club 25, a youth-oriented movement, organized a campaign at Kuwait National Library where members of society had the opportunity to give life to those who are in urgent need of blood.
World Blood Donor Day is celebrated on the 14th of June every year and serves to raise awareness of the need for safe blood donations and to thank blood donors for their voluntary life-saving gift.
Focus of this year's World Blood Donor Day campaign is Save Blood for Saving Mothers. Every day about 800 women die from pregnancy or childbirth-related complications. Severe bleeding during delivery and after childbirth is a major cause of mortality, morbidity and long-term disability. The goal of the campaign is to increase awareness about why timely access to safe blood and blood products is essential for all countries as part of a comprehensive approach to prevent maternal deaths.
Today is actually we are celebrating the World Blood Donor Day. It's an international event that is celebrated every year by the international organizations that are concerned about blood donation. They have chosen 14th of June because it's the birthday of Karl Landsteiner, which is the scientist who founded the science of blood groups. He discovered the blood groups. And to honor him, we have chosen, the world has chosen this date in particular to honor and thank all the donors around the world who are saving millions of donors around the world, saving millions of lives around the world each year. Every year, the world chooses one slogan, a different slogan for the event, and this year they have chosen Save Blood for Saving Mothers, and a more, emotional slogan, which is giving life for those who give it to us. We here in Club 25, we decided to celebrate. We've been celebrating the World Blood Donor Day for the past 5 years since Club 25 was founded in Kuwait. And today, again, we are celebrating it. It's under the patronage of the Ministry of Youth, and with the presence of many supporters for the Club 25 and the blood bank. We have also arranged a blood drive here where people are donating blood before the event, again to show people how easy it is to donate blood and to give blood and to give life for those who need it.
Club 25 is a part of an international initiative that was launched more than 10 years ago in Africa, particularly from the state of Zimbabwe, in which the club succeeded in increasing the number of blood donors and creating a generation of mature, conscious youth who can maintain a healthy lifestyle and aware of the importance of donating blood.
Donating blood is very important for ourselves in the beginning, like for our blood circulation and so on. Second, every drop of blood we donate with, it might save a life. Many accidents are happening in the street, a lot of leukemias and all. These people just need our blood. Our blood bank here in Kuwait is not capable for this number of the demand of blood here in the country. That's why we have to. It's a must, actually.
Club 25 Kuwait branch was launched in mid-2010 to be the first of its kind in the Middle East, for Kuwait to become the first Arab country to establish the Middle East Club 25. World Blood Donor Day is celebrated every year on June 14 and serves to raise awareness of the importance of safe blood and blood products. From Kuwait National Library, I'm Ganwa Jabiri, reporting to you for the week in 30 minutes.
Up next, the 9th session of the Arab Cultural and Natural Heritage Experts Committee was recently inaugurated with the attendance of many Arab experts in the field of heritage.
The two-day meeting was held under the patronage of Kuwait's Minister of Information, Minister of State for Youth Affairs, and Chairman of National Council for Culture, Arts and Letters, Sheikh Salman Sabah Al Salim Al Hamoud Al Sabah. Hiba Abdurrahman has more.
The National Council for Culture, Arts and Letters (NCCAL) Secretary General Ali Lyoha inaugurated the 9th session of the Arab Cultural and Natural Heritage Experts Committee. The meeting aimed to review the situation of the Arab natural and cultural heritage sites and to coordinate and unify Arab stances and moves to preserve heritage.
This meeting is a very important one, which has been organized since now 9 years by the State of Kuwait, in order to bring together experts from the Arab world in charge of presentation of files concerning the implementation of the 1972 Convention for the Protection of World Cultural and Natural Heritage. This meeting is an occasion to exchange views about, first of all, the files that have been presented by the different Arab countries to UNESCO for proposals of inscription on sites on the World Heritage List. And this inscription is very important because any site inscribed on the World Heritage List has an exceptional universal value. The second point is that this is also the occasion during this 2 days meeting to see what is the state of conservation of sites which have been already inscribed on the World Heritage List, but are also on the World Heritage List in danger. And this is a very important point because if there is no progress, of course, there is a possibility, a potential for sites to be deleted from the World Heritage List. And this evidently is very, very bad.
The participants coordinated stances in the upcoming 38th session of the World Heritage Committee and to back Arab bids to include a number of Arab heritage sites on the list of the World Heritage Sites. The attendees also discussed and called for national and international measures to safeguard heritage sites in the conflict zones. The meeting also tackled the illegal Israeli aggressions against Islamic and Christian sites in Jerusalem. In their 2-day meeting, the Arab experts also assessed the region's steps made to implement the World Heritage Convention, efforts to sustainable development and capacity building measures on its World Heritage sites.
The 9th meeting of the Arab experts for the international cultural and natural heritage paves also the way for the upcoming meeting that's going to be held in Qatar in the period between 15th to 25th of June. From the courtyard, this is Heba Abdurrahman reporting for the Week in 30 Minutes.
Our next report comes from correspondent Salim Al-Kandari and addresses cybersecurity. Under the patronage and attendance of His Excellency, the Minister of Oil and Minister of State for National Assembly Affairs, Dr. Ali Al-Umair, Kuwait Petroleum Corporation, KPC, and subsidiaries, and Kuwait Petrochemical Company organized the first Kuwait Industrial Automation Control Systems Cybersecurity Conference known as KAYAX.
The conference was held in order to address key matters relevant to industrial control systems in the energy sectors of oil, gas, and petrochemicals to increase awareness, share knowledge, counter threats, and address arising challenges and other relevant topics.
Let's watch.
More than 85 local, regional and international companies, including over 200 executives and professionals, attended KAYAX 2014, which was held under the attendance of His Excellency, Minister of Oil and Minister of State for National Assembly Affairs, Dr. Ali Al-Umair.
In accordance with the directives of His Highness the Emir of Kuwait to turn this country into a regional financial and economic hub by developing all available resources to serve our nation and its people. KBC and subsidiaries has paved their strategies, and the Kuwait Development Plan have paved no efforts in keeping track of all developments relevant to ICS security in all opportunity relevant to exploration, administration affairs, and production, and others through optimum utilization of equipments, tools, and systems.
What we are talking about in this conference actually around the control system, and people sometimes understand the virus is only in the desktop. This is not really what we are talking about. We are talking about the control system itself. The control system is the vulnerability that is also exists. The criticality of it is also very critical. When I say critical in the different form, the first form, the control system today, it is really controlling our production, how we do the processing, how we do the transition, how we really do transport our product and other product within the industry itself. So everything today is controlled through these systems. So vulnerability of the system, God forbid if it's been hacked, it will be tremendous. There will be risk definitely in the production because it's going to cease. The risk also on safety. God forbid this comes sudden, you could have a lot of explosion or some other issues which is happening. And therefore we really trying to be ahead of the game. And so far, alhamdulillah, in Kuwait, we are really still safe. And I think this is what we are. We've been safe. Let me say we've been safe, and we have to. That shouldn't be due to the complacencies. This journey is going to continue with us, and they're going to continue with us, and we have to move with this journey. Our intention very much today to bring the special people together, specialized people together, the SMEs to be work together, to understand how we are managing it, to provide some external views to tell us what is happening in this ground, what the industry are doing to really help protecting the systems and the control system from being hacked. Also to really make sure we are connecting people, and also we are really very much focused to the knowledge sharing throughout this process very much.
The two-day conference included panel discussions, expert presentations, and specialized workshops with the participation of several senior officials and professionals from around the world. The conference also included an exhibition where top technology and cybersecurity firms from around the world presented the latest advances in devices and software.
Basically what this conference was all about is how to protect the security systems of the industries, especially oil and banks, from intruders and from cyber hackers. From Salwa Hall, this is Salim Al-Kandari reporting for the Week in 30 Minutes.
Our next report comes from correspondent Sarah Glubb, who attended the first committee meeting held by the GCC labor ministers. The GCC ministers held their first ministerial committee meeting under the chairmanship of the Kuwaiti Minister of Social Affairs and Labor and Minister of State for Planning and Development, Dr. Hind Al-Sabih, with the attendance of the GCC Secretary General, Dr. Abdul Latif Al-Zayyani.
The Ministerial Committee is also tasked with following up on the implementation of resolutions adopted by GCC Supreme Council, together with the approval of a single charter as a regulative framework for the committee's work.
The first committee meeting of Ministers of Labour in the Gulf Cooperation Council, or GCC states, kicked off with discussions focusing on a host of issues, including the manpower and labour sector in the GCC countries.
We're meeting to follow up on the implementations of the recommendations and resolutions that were adopted during the 127th session of the GCC Ministerial Council, which was held in Jeddah on June 2, 2013, and which saw the formation of a ministerial committee tasked with coordinating all labor issues among the GCC countries to achieve joint cooperation. The main issues that will be discussed include boosting the percentage of GCC nationals in the labor market, especially in the private sector, and improving manpower in the GCC countries by means of training personnel.
This meeting comes as an implementation to the decision taken by the Ministerial Council. The Ministerial Council for the GCC is the committee or the council of the Ministers of Foreign Affairs, who took the decision to form a committee at the ministerial level for the social affairs and for the labor, Ministers of Labor. Of course, they used to meet almost biannually or sometimes annually, and that meeting used to take place started even before the GCC was established.
The meeting's agenda included several weighty issues and topics, mainly suggestions to turn GCC pilot systems and laws into national ones.
Today is an historical meeting for the GCC Ministerial Committee for Social Affairs or Social Development, and we were pleased that today we discussed together many of the issues that were of concern to our leaders in the GCC and how we can implement them into very productive programs that can help the GCC people.
We look forward to discuss matters of joint interest and matters of labor, matters of for expats, laborers in the GCC, and the policies that are treated here by the countries in the GCC towards expat laborers, as well as the international cooperation with International Labour Organization, where we all are members and active members of that organization.
Still, the proposal for the decisions or the resolutions, among them I can say that something related to create a new committee within the GCC General Secretariat to discuss how to develop the Executive Council for the Ministers of Labour and Social Affairs.
The meeting was held in line with the resolution that was issued following the GCC Ministerial Council meeting in Jeddah in June 2013 to set up 4 ministerial committees in the fields of health, education, labour and social affairs in order to promote and develop inter-Gulf cooperation in all fields.
Their Excellencies, the Ministers of Labour from the Gulf Cooperation Council countries held their first committee meeting right here in the State of Kuwait, and it provided the conferees with the opportunity to share experiences and discuss launching joint projects within all 6 countries of the Gulf region. From the Sheraton Hotel, this is Sarah Glubb reporting for the Week in 30 Minutes.
our program this evening with a report by correspondent Ghanwa Jabouri, who was at Beit Ludan, where a number of local musicians and the French music band Epsilon performed a number of songs to celebrate Fête de la Musique, or World Music Day. France celebrates the festival, a social phenomenon that became international and is held in more than 100 countries in Europe and all over the world.
Fête de la Musique is completely different from a music festival, as it is a free, popular fête, open to any participant, amateur or professional musicians who want to perform. This day of music allows for the expression of all styles of music in a cheerful atmosphere, and it aims at a large audience working to popularize music practice for the young and not so young from all social backgrounds.
Fête de la Musique World Music Day is an annual music festival celebrated in more than 460 cities in 100 countries, including Germany, Italy, Egypt, Syria, Morocco, South Africa, Australia and Vietnam. Its purpose is to promote music by encouraging amateur and professional musicians to perform in the streets. In addition, many free concerts are organized worldwide. In Paris, all concerts must be free to the public and all performers donate their time for free.
It's a young, powerful French band. They came from France yesterday. Actually, they give interviews here in the press, and I think that they're absolutely delighted to be in Kuwait. It's their first time in Kuwait, and the place here in Beit Ludan is extremely warm and cheerful, and a lot of Kuwaitis. So I hope that this night will be exceptional, and people will be happy with French music.
I'm here for the French concert. Very excited to listen to their music tonight. Language itself is a music to the ear. So music times music is like music squared, which is amazing. So we're very excited about their performance tonight.
An enchanting and vibrant evening with French songs, rock and traditional music infused a large audience with joy, energy and excitement. French music, English music as well as traditional music was performed at Beit Ludan by French artists as well as local artists who played the music of French band Epsilon to recreate the festive atmosphere of the Fête de la Musique.
It's to celebrate the Fête de la Musique, and in France it's a very big day. It's the 21st of June in France, and everybody in every street of France is playing music, and there's concerts everywhere. So I'm sure it's going to be, having all the energy and the passion that you need for this day, Fête de la Musique. So it's very nice to have it early so we can enjoy it here. And you can hear it actually. Oh, they sing in English. Right, but no, French music is very creative, and I'm sure it's going to be great.
The idea of the musical evening was to discover Kuwaiti and French musicians. The first part of the evening witnessed young local talents play different genres of music, while the second half of the concert witnessed Epsilon play a blend of rock and traditional music.
French music has always been adored by societies around the globe for its beautiful, deep and inspiring rhythms. Tonight, a very enthusiastic audience had the opportunity to embrace the energy and beauty of live French music. From Beit Ludan, I'm Ghanwa Jabouri reporting to you for the week in 30 minutes.
A very big thank you goes out to all our correspondents, and thank you for watching. This brings us to the close of tonight's episode of The Week in 30 Minutes. We hope to see you again same time next week. Our highly dedicated team of correspondents is constantly out on the field, searching for those reports that matter most to you. We look forward to receiving your feedback on the stories we cover today and are ready to cover issues that are of special interest to you.
So email us your suggestions at moikuwaitnews@gmail.com. You can also follow us on Twitter at MOI Kuwait News and on Facebook, MOI Kuwait News. And of course, if you would like to see our reports once again, visit our YouTube channel at MOI Kuwait News. Thank you for joining us tonight. We'll see you next week with more exclusive reports.
Have a good night.
هنا الكويت